to begin? I know how. There's one. There's two. That's for Paul Merson, and that's for the true Geordie. Yes, it is the Sunderland vs Swansea review. Was it 3-0, Paul? Nope. Was it 4-0, the true Geordie? Yeah, no. It fucking was not. And you know why? Because the criticism that Paul Merson gave us, no team can change within a week. I think you've lost the plot a little there. Yes, I think you have. Oh, dearie me, let's get a bit more comfortable here. Yes, yeah, no team can change within a week. I'm sorry, it's like we took 11 players, put them in the bin, put a new lot out there. Look what happened. Right from the off, tackles flying in, and we had 2 players booked inside 15 minutes. Finally, passion, backbone, bollocks, like I was saying. And the full-time result, 1-1. That's what we need. If we'd have kept playing the way that we played the first 2 games, yes, we'd have been slaughtered by Swansea. And do you really think we would have signed another player? Nope. Definitely not. Not in a million years. Why would you want to, if we lost the game, go to a club that's lost 3 on the bounce and been humiliated twice at home? No. Because I wouldn't. I guarantee you watching fucking wouldn't either. So there we go. But yes, so I'm fiddling on, make sure my microphone's turned on. Well, my God, what a game. I mean, right from the off, you could see. I mean, in the first bloody 30 seconds, you could see it was a completely different, well, you can't say different side because it was mostly the same players. It was a completely, what's the word I'm looking for? There was a completely different class about Sunderland. There really was. And would I say they were phenomenal? Compared to the first 2 games, I'd say they were above and beyond phenomenal. Were they perfect? No. Were Swansea? Fucking far from it. Swansea were not the same team that, quite frankly, managed to draw against Chelsea and, to be honest, should have just fucking humiliated Newcastle. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good, solid sort of midfield battle. It was good to see. Shot caller Lee Camel got booked. We're going to touch on Jermaine Lens. He has got to be the luckiest fucking player so far this season in the Premier League. Chelsea by far the most fucking unluckiest. 3 games, 2 players sent off. But Jermaine Lens, I never thought I'd say this. Normally it's the case of Lee Catamol rides his luck. No. It was Jermaine Lens. I think, oh God, he got booked. And there was at least another 8 incidents that he was involved in where, quite frankly, come on, the referee has normally 3 warnings. Nah, you do one, sunshine. So in theory, he should have been sent off twice. It's bloody ridiculous. But, oh dear, it's obviously I wasn't at the match, but it was good watching it. It had a completely different feel. The fans were, a class of their own. They were the fans that we knew, from last season. They'd almost given up hope. But it's fucking happened again. The miracle has happened again. And, yeah, oh, dearie me. Dearie me. So, yeah, right, we'll get to the goals. So, basically, we're trying to get the ball down Swansea, down their end. Hit us with a typical counter-attack. The ball's played through to Gomez. He's on the, I believe it was O'Shea, or was it Quartes? I think it might have been Quartes. Quartes has got him on completely the wrong side. And he just slides it into the bottom corner, beats Pantilimon, all ends up. So it wasn't a spectacular goal, but it was a good goal. It was more like a poacher's sort of goal, you know, not, you know, sort of 6 yards out, but running on and just stroking it home. Fair goal. Deserved it, all ends up, to be honest with you. Then we move on to Sunderland, who did score, but it was ruled offside bizarrely, and it clearly wasn't, which completely fucking baffled me. It really did. I don't know why. Yeah, it was in line. Oh, I can't remember who the hell it was, but it might have been Fletcher, maybe. Yeah. No, Graham. Fucking idiot. Yeah, in line with the last defender, but the linesman flagged for offside. And yeah, the commentator saying it was completely the correct decision. Well, wherever the fuck they were looking, I do not know. But yes, nevertheless. In the second half, you know, it was kind of weird because Swansea's scoring on the stroke of half time. Normally, we all know what that normally means in football terms. It normally means heads go down, but it didn't. We kicked on. We got on with it. You know, the offside goal happened. Fucking weird. And then Swansea did something a bit unusual. They bizarrely started getting a bit sloppy. They're giving the ball away left, right and centre. You know, and then they're giving the ball away to Jermaine Lenz, who, by the way, was fucking Jesus, he's a class of his own. He was. More of that later. Gives the ball away. Jermaine Lenz gives the ball away to Jermaine Lenz. He feeds a through ball straight to the foe, and he just again, much like Gomez's goal, he just strokes it home right in the bottom corner. I went fucking wild because it's all very well if you look at the stats, you know. People were saying Swansea were dominant against. No, they weren't dominant. Were they better than us? Yeah, they were. Yeah, I'll give credit where credit's due. They were better than us, not by much, but they were. You know, and I went fucking apeshit. It was fantastic to see. Then Graham comes off, Fletcher comes on. And then the most bizarre penalty appeal I've ever seen in my fucking life. Fletcher's going for the ball. It's in the Swansea box, and you think he's going to get that. Yeah, he's trying to run with it, and the weirdest thing happens. I don't know where to fucking begin with this because it was just damn weird. Defender makes contact with Fletcher, but Fletcher goes down like he's just been fucking shot. Literally like he's been fucking shot. But it was one of those ones where they got the ball, but you've seen them given as well. It's fucking weird. I mean, of course I screamed. I thought it was a penalty. As you would. But yeah, so it was very strange. It was a very strange game. It really was. So yeah, and then just to sum it up, because obviously I could have picked about 1,000,001 fucking things from this game. I really could have. Sum it up. You know, the last 2 points. You know, Sunderland 87th minute, get a free kick. Jermaine Lenz cannons it straight in the wall, and then stroke of luck falls to Van Aanholt. You think, great, smash it. You know, we've seen you score. Okay, 1 goal. It's against Leeds in the FA Cup, but go for it. Why not? You know. And yeah, he's fucking hell balloons it. He's a defender. I suppose you've got to give him a bit of slack, even though he can score goals. Oh dear. And then the last seconds of the game. I mean, literally 10 seconds left. Sunderland get a free kick right on the edge of the Swansea area. Lenz goes off. Who comes on? Sebastian Larsson. And you think, wow, you know, could there be a fairy tale ending? You know, his first and only kick of the game. And it led to nothing. He cannoned it into the wall. Yeah, disappointing note, but yes. So it was a pretty, you know, the midfield battle. It was good to see. It really was good to see. So, you know, Swansea, yes, they I tell you what, they were good value for money to watch. They really were. The game started to really open up and go end to end as well. And you know, Danny Graham during the first half, I think it was it? During the first half, Danny Graham trying to score with an overhead kick, and it could have gone in had it not taken a deflection as well. So there's a fucking even more scarier thought. Danny Graham is getting closer to the goal. Hang on, you know, he only scored one goal towards the end of last season for us. We're only at the start of the season. He's getting really close already. So, you know, but it was good to see. You know, they actually played like a fucking team. So how would I rate it? Well, you know, Swansea, they were sloppy. They looked deadly on a counter attack. But at a certain point, Sunderland looked a bit aggressive on a counter attack as well, which was good to see, because, you know, when it comes to the likes of the Chelseas and Man Uniteds, Man Cities, you know, that's the only style of football you can really play, especially with a team like Sunderland. Defensive counter attack, it's a no-brainer really. No Kabul in the squad, which, you know, in a way, when you think about it, it is a bit of a godsend. I have defended him. You know, he is lacking match practice. He only played one pre-season game for us. Two, maybe? Two, sorry. I think it might have been two. Potentially one off the top of the head, but he hadn't played really since November for Tottenham. Yeah, it's a fucking long time to not really play a match, you know. So, yeah, it's nice to see a bit of backbone, bit of bollocks, and they went out there and they performed not only for the fans, you know, if anything more importantly, they did it for themselves. They took pride in wearing the shirt, which was good to see. You know, yeah, a couple of misplaced passes here and there. It's football. It fucking happens. You know, you don't see Swansea fans getting on Swansea's back because a couple of misplaced passes here and there, do you? Yeah, okay, the fans might not like it, but they're not going to boo them or, you know, get on their backs heavily like that, you know. It was good to see Sunderland fans, you know, a couple of dodgy passes, you know, that was it. That's all it was, you know. There's none of this booing or jeering, you know. And, yeah, so this only really, to be honest, leaves three things. One of them that I'm going to add in, and it's going to be my magic moment of the game. And the ball goes out for a throw into Sunderland, and it gets kicked away. So who enters the field? Who enters the field? Dick Advocate showing us his skills, passing the ball back. Everybody cheered, you know. It was good to see, and that was, you know, it was kind of like a little magic moment, you know. And he had a cheeky smile on it. Okay, yeah, he shouldn't have entered the field of play, but who gives a fucking shit, you know. It doesn't matter how many times has Mourinho done it, you know, and gotten away with it. But yeah, so now we go on to the two key things. Who was the man of the match? Hands down, any day, Jermaine Lens. Any day. Williams could not fucking handle him. You know, it was one of these cases. Lens, if he was running at Williams, somehow or other, he would get the ball past him. You know, and this is a guy, he's built like a well, he's not built, you know, like a shit house, but the fucking legs on him are unreal. You know, I'm 27 years old, I've still got a bit of pace behind me, but I fucking wouldn't beat him, that's for sure. Yeah, you know, he just, he tortured him. Whenever he got into one-on-one situations, you know, he just absolutely tortured him. He really did. So yeah, Jermaine Lens, hands down, the shift he put in was phenomenal. Very lucky man to still be on the pitch. But, put that aside, his work rate, flawless. Absolutely flawless. And the final thing, and I have not really had to think long and hard about this, my Muppet, for this week only, my Muppets of the match, they weren't the players on the field. None of the managers? No one on the subs bench? Wasn't anyone in the crowd? It was tempting to name the commentators for the offside bullshit, but no. They weren't even in the stadium. Yes, that's right. My Muppets of the match are Paul Merson, who can't change in a week, and the true Geordie. We're going to get absolutely annihilated. Yes, now why? Okay, yes, they weren't at the match. They weren't playing the match. They've still stuck their noses in. They gave a prediction. They couldn't put the money where the fucking mouth was, could they? No. So, Mr. Team can't change in a week. Your theory's been blown out the water, but, I'll expand a little more here. I will probably almost guarantee that when it comes to next week, he'll say, yeah, Sunderland, they put in a little bit of a good shift. But, here's the thing. I don't think they'll do it next week. I don't think they'll do it. It's going to come. I'm telling you, it's going to come. Now, the true Geordie, on the other hand, give the guy credit. He's all right. He'll give credit where credit's due, much like me, So, for example, Newcastle very lucky to draw with Man United. Good result, though. Good defensive display by them as well. That's me giving credit to a rival team there. So, there's nothing biased here. Nothing whatsoever. So, yes. So maybe he'll sort of change his way. And finally, one final point. We are no longer bottom of the table. Just to rub a little bit more salt in the wound of those predictions. So guys, I've been the Silver Fox on SAFC versus Swansea. It's been a good review, been a good weekend. Let's hope they keep up the work effort. And I will see you all tomorrow for the preview of the League Cup against Exeter City. Got a bad feeling. I fucking hope not.